Teddy.
We live.
She take us down. Hold on, let me put my since we wearing glasses tonight.
My bad. You say that like we have a choice. We always wear glasses. What are you talking about?
Always wearing glasses. Normally my contacts are enough, but some days I need these on top of my contacts.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I know I've been rolling today, child.
But we afternoon. It's
about Queen Sugar.
It's not afternoon. It's evening.
It's officially evening. Good evening, everyone.
Really, Ebbie? That's what you're doing?
Mm-hmm. But it is. It's 8:00 at night, girl. You lucky I made it because I almost didn't make it through your live because the eyes is heavy.
El Teddy, didn't I tell you that?
Mm-hmm. Y'all know I don't be sleeping like that. So when I get sleepy.
Well, listen, this ain't gonna take us long. It ain't.
It ain't.
So this is live review of Queen Sugar season 7, episode 4.
Help us, Lord.
So we start this episode off. We have Darla and Ralph Angel in the pool. I'm sure it's supposed to be a symbolic of her having his back. She's teaching him how to float and trusting her and trusting the water. And yeah, El Teddy, you are the deep, the deep thinker. You got anything for that? You got anything?
At this point, they still need to try to reiterate that for me. I was just looking for a gratuitous, print shot. Didn't even get that. He wasn't even shirtless. How you gonna have Kofi Cerebro in the damn pool with a shirt on?
He did have one. He did have one.
Let him have it. He modest.
I ain't here for it.
Well, then in the very next scene, we see Blue done got his ass suspended. And Darla got to rush up to DC.
No, he ain't suspended yet. He got in trouble.
Blue got in trouble. Now, I feel like they use this suspension as an excuse to get Darla to DC to expand on this other storyline that I feel like they want to pursue this season with figuring out who Blue's real daddy is. It sounds like he's going to be some big-time politician, yada, yada, yada. But here's my problem. They get to DC and Blue is getting ready to get suspended because Blue hacked the school system for what reason? El Teddy, maybe you picked up that. What was his reason for doing it? Like, what was he trying to do? Because he was mad about the fact that the curriculum don't have black people in it. Was he going to add black people to the curriculum? What was his reason for breaking it?
I think happened. You know how with the school computers they have the parental control buffers, or not buffers, but the software that screens what you can search for and different things that you can look up. And the kids always find a way to break through, the privacy controls or whatever, and hack that. I'm just going to hope that that's what they were talking about. How, our students will do that. They'll hack through the little parental control privacy screening thing, and they'll be able to get out and do whatever they want. And so I'm going to say maybe that's what happened. And that way he could use the computer to look for other things that were Black history or Black curriculum, because it wasn't a part of. I'm reaching. I'm trying. Okay, I'm doing the best I can.
Abby, you got any guesses?
What do you want from me?
Okay,
I got nothing. I don't know. Am I guessing who her baby daddy is? Or
no, you have any guesses as to why? What Blue was gonna do once he hacked into the system? Like, what was the
change his grades, possibly his attendance? Those would be the only two reasons why I would hack into the system. Because I know I've been skipping classes, and I know they've been a call. This gives me very Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's whether
And then his mama told him, when that man come in here, you just damn it apologize. And he gave us a whole Martin Luther King, Huey P. Newton.
He was
Good
times.
I was like, what are we doing here, sir?
Boy is a white racist word.
like I don't. We ain't seen Blue. I don't know, y'all. Like somebody needs to be fired in the writers' room. Who's ever in the writers' room?
All fired. The show over.
Well,
you've been watching too much Roland Martin on YouTube down at that school with no supervision. That sounds like to me.
I just did. I mean, again, I feel like anyway. I feel like ultimately, though, they wanted Darla in DC because while she's there with Blue, she runs into an old friend of hers who just conveniently happens to be the woman she was with the night that she was assaulted, who conveniently remembers that Blue looked just like the dude they were with.
The girl act like she didn't even know she was unconscious.
But the first question she asked Blue was, "How old are you?"
That's why I'm saying I don't think the girl was with her that night because she just didn't know anything. I mean,
it could have even been back to school night or parent teacher conference, and she flew up because even though he's living with the grandma, she still wants to meet his teachers and stuff. And the girl could have had a child at the school, and they ran into each other at the school. Like there were a lot of ways that they could, but I feel like that's the only reason why they wanted her back in DC was so they could create this moment. That's the same woman from the earlier season. Okay, well, but that's what I'm saying. Like them, them the only people you run into. That's it. The same woman. That's the same one.
I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying as I freshen up my drink because I need a drink to get through this.
We get over to Mr. Prosper's house, and Prosper done had overnight guests. Okay, Prosper and his boo thing are doing what grown folk do. Okay,
I'm not here for the geriatric sex. Y'all know I'm always like,
Teddy, I don't understand why you mad about it when you have geriatric sex often.
I do not have geriatric sex. I have
often. You do it often.
Don't do me.
You do it often. But we see that Mr. Prosper is happily in love with his boo thing. I
want no part. Don't ask me about it because I don't want no part of
that. We see him talking to his daughter. She said that her and her husband are still trying to figure it all out.
And can I ask this question about her and the husband? Like, I don't understand how she is. I don't even understand her whole disposition because you would think that the husband was doing something to her, was abusive to her, had neglected her, or I don't even know why she's like, oh, I don't want to see you. Like, you got to give me more. Did he do something to her? Has he been verbally abusive? Has he been neglectful? What has happened? Because if you just tell me, oh, I just came home and found out something about myself and now I don't want no parts of my marriage or my husband no more. Like, how did we get here? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't care. And exactly, Miss Sharon, they have not given me any reason to care. I don't care about it. I understand that what happened to her was very traumatic. And when she came back home, she had to deal with it. But my thing is, you were vindicated. You came home and you were able to clear your name. You were vindicated, if anything. And what I found interesting was at the end of the episode, we found out they're not even married. They've been together all these years and they're not even married.
Wait, they're not married? I missed that part.
At the end of the episode, when they were having the party at the diner to celebrate the first harvest, he told her, he was like, listen, I understand you might need more time, but just know I'll be here for you. But I just need you to know that if you come back home, things are going to be different. Starting with, we're getting married. And I'm like, wait a minute, what?
See, I missed that whole part. I heard him say things are going to be different, but I think I was, tuning out at that point. So I didn't hear the whole part.
He said, starting with, we're going to get married. He said, we're going to make it official. And I was like, so how long have y'all been together? Y'all got churn and everything else, and y'all ain't never got married. And I know people do it all the time, so I ain't saying that, but I just thought that was interesting that never came up until now. Up until now, I think we all assumed that was her husband.
Wait, everybody else said they missed that part too. I was like, I'm sure missed that part.
Well, Keep It Cool said she checked out too. Hold on. You thought he was talking about a vow renewal? Okay, so then I'm not crazy. I heard him say that.
Listen.
You thought it was a vow renewal?
I thought they were married. But
well, I'm a fast forward to that part, and I'm gonna listen again. Maybe I heard him.
Paying attention anyway. Paying attention.
It was at the end.
It was at the end.
All right, hold on.
Ebbie ain't making that far. Ebbie gonna listen for us. Ebbie is our fact checker. She will check the facts. So now we go down to the co-op, and they are scheming on how to get this. Now this is the part. Okay, all the rest of this stuff, I was like, it's whatever. But this is the part that I was done with. I said, I can't. I'm done. They're sitting around, and they've come up with this scheme where they're going to buy this woman land back. They put all their money together. They're going to split up the auction so that they can try and get this woman her land back.
But why were they competing against each other?
First of all, why were they competing against each other? But second of all,
that's what I did. Why were
y'all? I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. Why were they competing against each other? But second of all, if y'all want, here's the thing: if A plus B equals C, then you gotta. If y'all want me to believe that the bank conspired against this woman to get her land, that the police are complicit in this woman losing her land. You mean to tell me that y'all thought that the Landrys would leave the final piece of his plan open and wouldn't make sure that his ass wasn't at that damn auction, or somebody with his proper at that auction that had enough money to outbid all y'all asses? Y'all really thought that was going to work? Like, y'all really thought that Cracker Jack scheme was going to work?
All right. In the interest of keeping facts, Loretta, you are correct. That man said, if you choose us and if you choose to come back, things are going to have to be different. That means we get married and we grow together, or we don't. No more in between. You got to be either in or out.
Listen, I don't argue. I'm just saying I had checked out.
No. I'm not. No.
I'm just saying that's what the man said. That's not hers. Maybe that's part of her problem.
Yeah, I'm not saying y'all were arguing with me. I was like, maybe I was wrong. Like, I was like, maybe I didn't hear it right.
maybe that's why she would never commit, because she did earlier in the episode talk about never committing to him, or I never would give you all of me. Or something. I'm trying to make sense of the nonsense.
How you with this man for all of these years? Have all of this stuff and then talk about I'm not committed to you?
They got a child in college though. Y'all got a college age child. That's at least 18, 19, almost 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Girl. And he went for that. Girl, I can't.
Talk about I don't know if I want to go with you because I don't know.
Well, Xavier, you bring up a good point that she's working through her trauma, and now that she's working through her trauma, she's questioning her decision to be with him. I don't know.
Okay.
No, you're right, Miss Sharon. Whoever won the bid was going to get the money, but the question was, why y'all running up the damn bid?
Like once Ralph Angel made the first bid, if nobody else would have made a bid, let's say nobody else made a bid, 1, 2, 3, you out. They probably could have got it bought before Landry came in there, because Landry came in there after they had already started bidding against each other. Like, girl, what are y'all doing?
Well, not only that, but
episode of the Golden Girls when Rose was bidding against them.
But not only that, but y'all don't live in New York Y'all live in fucking. Everybody knows everybody. You think they don't know that all the black people are together? So you thought you thought you was gonna fool them? You thought you was gonna fool them into thinking that y'all weren't working together to get this woman her land back? Right. The real plan would have been pay somebody to seduce Landry and keep his ass from showing up. How about that?
Well,
it was supposed to be a scheme set up by Todd, but it was dumb.
I cannot.
Just saying. Maybe they could have got the Mo lady to seduce him. I don't know.
So then we go over here to what that boy name? The son. What
Joaquin? Oh, Blue?
No, the other son.
The one in college who tried to sell Black history and didn't.
Oh, Micah. I don't care.
This whole storyline makes no sense to me either. So now everybody mad at him because he hasn't sold any more pictures because he tried to sell Black history and nobody wanted to buy it. So they tell him that if he would just sell his parents out, that he would make a lot of money if he would just trade in on his parents' memorabilia, or if he could get pictures with any celebrities or whatever. So again, I have a couple of issues with this. Issue number one is,
who the hell says if you just sell out your parents, you can make some money and think that the child is going to just do that?
But he did it. But my problem is this. Number one, your father has been a basketball star your whole life. You mean to tell me you didn't have no pictures with any celebrity that you already conveniently had in your phone, like you conveniently had that gift of your mama losing her damn mind in your phone?
But my thing is, wouldn't that already be out there as an NFT or in the public space from how many thousands of people?
Right, that's just been floating around for years. It's a whole gift. Right. How is that a thing? How is that a thing?
Like, listen, we've slipped into the magical merry little land of Tyler Perry writing. That's where we are at this point. It's just stupid. It's just non-musical. I will not. I'm trying so hard, but that just does not make any legitimate sense. Like, none. And I don't even understand how that's making them money when these images of her are already all over the internet. It's not like these are exclusive pictures.
It's not like you got a videotape of your daddy cheating. Like, that's not what. Okay.
It's about how rare and how private the art is to sell. Right, there's nothing rare or private about this one. That gift has been everywhere. Remember, that's how this whole show started with his mama Luke. I think that was episode 2, maybe 1.
On the Jumbotron, sir.
Right, it was on the Jumbotron.
Baby, it was on the Jumbotron. What you
now I'm convinced Tyler Perry snuck into the right here, bro.
Clearly, the writers don't understand how NFTs work either. If it's supposed to be exclusive images,
right? Who was going to pay for a video of his mama that he can find on the intranet?
Not even the internet, on the enclosed intranet at the school. Come on, okay.
Oh God. So we'll come back around to that. We'll come back around to that, chat.
Can we just let's just put that out?
Just finish it out. So he says no, and then later on in the episode, we see him trying to start a revolution in the NFT world. He's saying, let's change the content. If people don't want to buy what we're making, then we're gonna make them want to buy what we have. And the black dude was like, "Bruh, come here, let me talk to you for a minute, bruh.
If you don't stay in a child's place,"
he said, "I brought you into this. You told me this is what you wanted. You told me you wanted to make some money. I brought you into this, sir.
Me in front of these people.
Don't you embarrass me in front of these white people."
What is this?
What's up, Pinky Tiki? Hey, boo. And so the last thing we see is him uploading that gif of his mama losing her damn mind to the NFT's website.
Like, what is that supposed? Okay.
Xavier, I know you keep trying to explain this NFT thing to us, and I just don't.
Not making sense.
But
I just don't think my brain can wrap around
that the boy is selling an NFT of his mama.
No, that part I got. I just don't understand the whole purpose of the NFT. I don't understand. Anyway, whatever.
We have drifted into the our kind of people space. Because this is as bad as our kind of people.
This is along the lines of the Napa Valley one, the one about the black family down in the Napa Valley. It's that bad. I kind of people.
Like 3 episodes.
It lasted the whole season, but our kind of people actually had a decent storyline. They just were rushing it. They moved too fast. They put like 3 seasons into one.
Listen, doing that one. Listen, on our kind of people, the people go through 16 different emotions in a 45-second.
That's what I'm saying. They just give us too.
I hate you, and then we bond over something, and then I hate you again by the next 45 seconds. It's too much.
Let me say it's too much.
It's too much.
But down to the diner, Joaquin is a fugitive from the law. Him and his brother are living in an abandoned building because their parents is in a detention center. They made it. I don't know. They made it.
Mama got deported.
Yeah, the mama got deported. The daddy's in a detention center, and they living at the house by themselves. And the social worker come looking. So
who paying the bill?
Huh?
Who paying the bills?
He is because he working.
He working. He got a job.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know how his bills, but he can put something on it.
So Ava come and get him, and she does what she does best, child. She pick up the strays and take them home. And Hollywood is like, I'm not like, could you at least have called me first?
Right, because we already got 35 people living.
Right, it's already 10 of us in this house.
Girl.
He said he ain't never gonna have naked Wednesdays again.
Right.
Can I walk around the house naked and let my balls hang? Can I?
With a roll boy trying to cook you breakfast like old boy and baby boy. You want some sausage?
Oh Lord.
I think he responds for getting to have sex at his house. Geriatric sex. But he's responsible for getting it have sex.
Xavier said this is actually an accurate representation of how NFTs are done. It's just very hard to explain in layman's terms. Well, I'm okay. I don't think it's
okay. At this point, we don't care because we're not buying and or selling any NFTs.
Yeah, I don't think it's meant for me to understand. It's okay. We'll say this. We did see a very touching scene where they were able to talk to the daddy, and he was thanking Vi, and the parents was talking, and they started talking in Spanish, and they was crying, and they was happy to see each other, and that was real sweet.
I'm sorry. I am more invested in House of Dragons than I am this show. I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm still behind on House of Dragons, so don't say nothing.
What episode are you on? God.
First of all, I feel judged. I am feeling judged.
Good, because we're judging you. What is taking you?
At least we have something excited to talk about, God.
So Ralph Angel goes to daddy daycare, or daddy and me, or mommy and me, or whatever, and he runs into his old
Fathers and friends.
The train man.
Babies and friends is what it's called. Babies and friends.
Whatever. The babies and the people. And he runs into his old co-worker.
No, he wasn't a co. Remember, the trans man was a police officer.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, because we know Ralph Angel never worked for the police. So yeah, but yeah, the actor that plays is actually a trans actor. He's actually on 9/11.
He's trans on the show too.
On the show, he did.
Yes, because remember when they first met up and he was still a police officer. They talked about that when he was in school and everything, and how people used to pick at him and everything. Yeah, they talked about that when he was.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Okay, I didn't remember that. Okay. He actually plays on Lone Star 911. He plays on 911 Lone Star, but he doesn't play trans on now. Does he? Yes, he does. He plays trans on there too. because there was a big deal about him being in the locker room at the beginning of the season, and yeah. So, I feel like we almost done.
Because ain't nothing happened.
Oh my God.
We are supremely disappointed in this season so far.
Hey,
something that happened. Oh, what I don't understand is this. How did this spirit walk, spirit fire, spirit song, whatever, get them to
hold on?
Wow.
Coolio died.
Oh,
what?
Coolio died, y'all. It just hit on TMZ.
Well, if it's on TMZ.
Oh, and here's one for you, El Teddy. Marjorie Taylor Greene's husband filed for divorce.
Oh, he said, I'm sick of this crazy bitch and I'm out. Oh, no.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry about that. Coolio died, y'all.
Y'all see how much we're invested into this show.
Coolio died Wednesday in Los Angeles.
Our thoughts and prayers to his family.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so sad.
What did he die of?
I don't think they know yet.
You know they not. They said we're told a friend called EMT who arrived and pronounced him dead on the scene. They suspect that he suffered a cardiac arrest. We'll get the autopsy in 6 months and they'll say it was a drug overdose or some shit.
No, really.
Oh Lord, Xavier, Google it. He talking about some who died. Xavier, you
Coolio.
Don't say you know who Coolio is.
Paradise. You know who Coolio is with them goddamn braids sticking all over his head.
He was just on one of them reality shows, couples something.
Somebody boot camp, marriage boot camp.
He was just on some reality show like last year, I think, during the Panorama at some point. So we see Micah run into this photographer, this older woman.
You just gonna skip what I was just about to ask because you was too busy.
Oh, my bad.
God of mercy, God of love,
rain on us from heaven above.
Anyway, how did the spirit dance, fire song, fire dance, or whatever, all of a sudden get the council to rescind what they did earlier?
Did they actually rescind it?
That's what Landry said, but none of the council people was there.
I missed that they rescinded it. I missed that part.
That's why he came to go buy Parthena property. Because he said, y'all border laws never get up. And just because your little spirit fire coochie dance got the council.
Oh, really? I missed that part.
I hate you so much.
Well, I saw her talking to her people talking about that it gained so much traction. And I'm like, I still don't understand. It was 10 people there. 10 people.
Right.
I didn't see no media. It was 10 people there. And I know that social media is a big deal, but I didn't see nobody there.
And then the lady still asking her, is she going to do this movie? And she ain't even talked to the family about it yet.
Well, from the previews, Darla is like, no, hell no, double hell no.
She should be.
I agree she should be.
I ain't see the previews. I didn't. Once it was over, it was over. I didn't want to know no more. I was just done. Right, okay, that's it.
Oh, you thought I said Julio? Oh, you thought I said Julio. No, Coolio.
Julio.
Come on, run and run. Fantastic boy.
They not gonna know that.
Slide.
Living in a gangster's paradise.
I can't think of no other Coolio songs. I feel like I knew some Coolio songs back in the day, like in the mid-90s.
I know those two, and you have tapped my repertoire.
Hold on, let me look up the man's discography.
So So we down to the diner, and they're having a party for the first harvest. Mr. Prosper come through playing the trumpet, and he proposes to his girlfriend.
I wouldn't call it playing the trumpet. I would call it holding it to his lips.
El Teddy, we gotta pretend that he was playing the trumpet. Damn it!
But when he put it down, there was still a trumpet being heard.
I understand that, El Teddy, but we were supposed to pretend. Damn it! God damn you!
I'm looking at his greatest hits album.
He didn't have enough for an album. Let's not play.
Right. I don't know about
No, he released the greatest hits album. No, I'm saying he released
the album. I have been jamming to Durant Bernard's album. Have y'all heard Durant Bernard's new album?
Who?
Durant Bernard.
I don't know who that is.
I do. He is hilarious.
Well, I know Durant. He's from the old school. He was part of my crew.
That boy, that's a singing child, man. That is a singing child.
Yeah, he sings down. But
is it gospel? What is it? R&B?
It's
R&B. Oh, I'm gonna go check him out. I'm not familiar.
Mm-hmm. Look up his episodes on Terrell's show.
And he used to be big on YouTube. Like when we first started back in the 08.
Terrell Grice, the one that has the blue wall that has all the singers come on YouTube.
You don't know who Terrell Grice is?
You don't know who Terrell is?
The Terrell Show?
First of all, I'm gonna need y'all to bring it down. I know who you're talking about now, but no, I don't watch him. I'm not subscribed and I don't watch him, but I do know who you're talking about now. So I'm gonna calm down.
Why to be like you don't know?
We was concerned. We was concerned and confused. Like, what you mean? Friend,
yeah, Xavier had an album. I think it came out last week or something like that. It's real good.
Okay, well, I have to get on board. I don't know who this person is.
Right up and sing it down. It takes you to hear his remix of "It's So Cold in the D" because "It's So Cold in the D" is and he remixed it back in the day, and we were like, "Oh my god, this is such a good song now." But he went on tour. He headlined for. He opened for Erykah Badu.
He did the B-Boy Blues soundtrack.
I believe so. I know he opened.
No, that's what Xavier. No, Xavier's saying he did.
Oh, okay. I know he opened for Erykah Badu for a minute when she was on tour.
Yeah, and I hate to be the one. And listen, don't tell El Teddy this, but I still haven't seen
it. It's okay.
She also still hasn't watched Hamilton, so there's that. Justice for Hamilton.
He's so uncouth and uncultured, but still bougie. Which I don't understand.
I'm not bougie.
Help me make that man.
The whole point that I am not bougie.
You are very much so
why
bougie.
Do you want to be delusional today of all days?
Wait a minute. You said like today is a special day. What's so special about today?
It's Wednesday. Why are you acting this way?
Today is a special day. Not just today.
Because you can have everything
you want to.
Ow. Can you see for Friday? You leave early today.
I gotta get my Janet Jackson shoulders in.
For the rest of the day.
Since we've clearly moved past this lackluster of an episode.
The episode's over. We've covered pretty much all we need to cover, y'all. We got it. I was just gonna get us to 40 minutes and then let this thing go. I was just gonna get us to 40 minutes.
Because I missed the tribe meet last night because you started as I was walking into rehearsal.
Okay.
You covered Cardi B embarrassing act.
I mean, Akbar,
listen,
or as I call her, the goodest night, right up out the hood. Her whole life is a read. Like, it don't take much for Cardi B. All Cardi has to be is
the cartwheels in her grave every time you drop your kids off to go suck dick on camera. I had to lay down on the floor and talk to the Lord.
But all her kids, I mean, she got like 39 kids and none of them in her custody. Like,
listen, when Cardi B said,
I'm not gonna argue with a bitch who don't have none of her kids. I said, oh.
When Cardi B said, I got about 15 more minutes, and then I got to go do something you can't do. Pick up my kids from school.
Right.
Said, oh. What really got me is she got her phone number and texted her and said, "Bitch, pick up the phone. I'm calling you."
What she was supposed to do is, bitch, can you come stand next to this old 1984 TV so I can get better signal with that shrapnel stuck in your goddamn head from when you got shot up?
So you always gotta go to the left. Why you always gotta go to the left?
Listen.
Always.
I all my stuff is in that box there.
The Barbie set in hell, and we gonna go up under it every single time. Every time. I'm with you. She got beat up so many times she would learn to keep her mouth out of people.
Maybe she got beat up. Did she get beat up when they was like in the middle of the streets that one time in Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah.
Girl, you ain't tired. You ain't tired. Girl, you ain't tired.
You ain't tired.
You ain't tired yet, Miss Millie?
Ain't you tired?
Oh God.
Talk about child, because off guard trying to jump up Nikki's coochie. Child, girl.
I don't know how it can be revenge porn when you put it out yourself. I don't.
And there it is.
I mean, she's literally used that still shots from that porn video to promote her album. So,
like, girl, but Xavier, I don't know why you try to argue with people that are barbs. Those people are certifiable.
Those people,
right? You see how the barbs came in my chat last week when I was talking about the Nicki Minaj versus shit. I don't even know who she versus anymore. But you see how they was about the nosy whole thing, and I was explaining how they have video clips of Nicki talking about using drugs and stuff like that, and I was like, that might hurt her defamation case, and they were just like not understanding what I was trying to tell them. I was like, I'm not saying that it was right for what Nosy Ho said. I'm just saying if Nosy Ho can present video footage of her literally saying, yes, I do drugs, you suing for defamation because the woman said you do drugs, kind of hurts.
You can't rationalize with the irrational people.
That's like El Teddy suing me because I be calling him a whore.
I'm not a whore.
To do.
Well, he says videos of you calling him videotape of you saying you're
calling myself a whore. Have I?
Yes, you do. You call yourself a whore all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
I don't recall.
You don't.
Let the record reflect.
Right.
Sure.
Exactly. And my first character witness to defend me would be Ebbie.
That don't mean that's right. Y'all could have
multiple times on multiple occasions. He said it
on multiple platforms.
He said it on video. He said it on lives while we've been live.
Exactly.
I might say I'm a whole ass whore, but I've never just said I'm a whore.
Okay.
Okay, honey.
Anyway, any final thoughts on this episode? Listen, we're going to start talking about Cherish today. I think that starts next week.
So we start talking about House of the Dragons, and you can.
No, we can't because I'm not up to date, and I don't want to spoil it.
Well, how many episodes have you watched?
Night, everybody. We're out.
No, how many episodes have you watched, Loretta?